Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. We're talking about VR integration. The mystery experimental feature appears to be that Alpha 4.5's latest patch, AMD graphics driver fixes, and Luminalia, it's upon us, and we've got some gifts and some ships. Let's talk about the experimental feature that CIG had teased yesterday or the day before. This appears to be VR, some level of integration. It's not 100% confirmed, but it's pretty confirmed. But it should be tested to some degree in upcoming patches. We're not sure to what extent. It might even be by the time you see this video, they're testing it. In fact, some players have already been bodging it to work in the latest builds. I'll chuck a link below for people that are interested in that. I am just going to wait for the test to start properly personally. You want to fiddle with stuff, you want to have a bad time, that's your prerogative. Maybe it's great, maybe, I don't know, at your own risk. That's what I'll say. CIG devs have said that they needed Vulkan integration to get to a certain stage before looking at VR properly, and it appears we're at that stage. I know a lot of devs are keen to get that integration into the game, both Vulkan fully, but also VR. Some said they would even work on VR in their spare time for it. We aren't sure if CIG's plans and to what extent they're planning to get VR into their game or games, because I thought it was going to be Squadron 42 first, because it's a single player game. It's probably a lot easier, more sensible to get it working in there. And maybe this is a test kind of for that as well. But that again is me just going, I reckon this, rather than knowing anything. Things like eye tracking, they're a part of a lot of upcoming VR headsets, and actually some already. Could they also have body tracking natively? Maybe. I think a lot of people will try and bodge it in, whatever. But Star Citizen is animation heavy and body track movements might not be fair in multiplayer. VoIP, so face over IP, voice over IP, eye tracking, VR, all working together sounds pretty fun and immersive to me. VR is also affordable with the Quest 3, and we've got the Steam Frame coming up, but there are already some super high spec headsets with the Pimax Crystal. If CIG can get VR in-game and it doesn't break it for everyone, then that's a win. I'm not sure if it's going to be standardized between all headsets or if it's going to work really well on one type. Also, I'm interested to know, do you think VR or being VR ready is a requirement or a feature of Squadron 42's launch? Tell me in the comments below what you think on that, and are you excited for the possible implementation of VR? It might be put into a live build next year. I think that's crazy to me. Apparently, AMD drivers have had a load of fixes as well, and are now, with the latest drivers, working well in Star Citizen. Now, this is going to be a mixed bag for people, because Star Citizen is still alpha, and I've only had reports from other people rather than tested this much myself. There's been a mixture of Star Citizen updates, new AMD drivers, new Windows drivers, all sort of coming together here. Previously, some people were using a Vulkan SDK fix where they'd install the SDK runtime, trying to get around the Vulkan.dll/cheat protection problems that Star Citizen was having with AMD cards. If you've got the Vulkan SDK installed, the runtime, maybe you want to uninstall that, but I'm going to be uninstalling that, updating everything for my Windows and drivers and my Adrenaline drivers for AMD, and then deleting my Star Citizen shader folder, and then seeing how that works. If you have done that and you're having a great time, tell me. If you're having the same issues, better or worse issues, tell me in the comments below. Again, I'm not responsible for anything you do. Zin told me to say this. If installing drivers implodes your desktop, I don't know why it would, but maybe it will. I don't know. It's Luminalia, it's here, it comes but once a year. So let those ceremonial lamps burn bright to usher in the season of food, family and festivity. Every December 22nd, we come together to commemorate the millennia-old Banu tradition of lighting lamps and letting them burn until their fuel is consumed. Today, humans excitedly join in the spirit by exchanging gifts, adorning their homes in red and green decorations, and remembering that while the fires glow, we are all one solely. So starting the 10th of December, so already, and ending the 22nd of December, all citizens can open a daily Luminalia-themed surprise on the RSI website. Just click on the doors of the calendar there, and you'll get a Luminalia gift added to your account. The day one gift was for a couple of paints for the Golem. So it's the Deck the Hull and the Icebreaker paints. Cool little paints. Will things like this become blueprints in the future? Question mark? Maybe. But there are 13 days on the calendar, and each day at 4 PM UTC, you can check back and open another door. And I assume that a few days afterwards, you can open the doors still. So typically, if you've missed out, you can open them. But don't wait too long. There's a little Star Citizen competition going on. We want cards upon cards upon cards that say Luminalia Luminalia is here. Whether it's giving gifts, feasting with friends, or stealing gel bees from a baby, show us what the season means to you with a digital or physical entry. I can't say the word digital. I'll link the post below so you can get involved with that if you want. Other stuff to get involved with Luminalia as well. Gift boxes all the way. Are you giving presents or snatching them for your own hangar this Luminalia? Either way, box off a gift courier mission or go in search of harvestables hidden around the verse. So there's some cool little bits and bobs to get involved with in-game that are Luminalia themed. There's also various merch available on the RSI website. There's some discounted RSI subscription packs for a year if you want to support CIG and get those flair items each month and access to the ship of the month or ships of the month based on what subscription you get. There's also a variety of discount starter packages for you new citizens. So there are ones for the Drake Cutter, the Avenger, the Drake Golem, and there's also the Nomad as a starter pack. With that you get a game package for Star Citizen, some skins, 2 years insurance, and a variety of other little bits and bobs, as well as a pretty good discount. Alpha 4.5, it's had another PT patch. We're getting PT patches every day as they push towards a live release for this. We're not at a release candidate stage yet. CIG are largely focused on bug fixing, performance improvements, and engineering balance, or general ship and combat balance as well, I suppose. Let me read you some of the updates here. Some of them are pretty minor, but some of them are much more important. So they've greatly increased repair speeds and RMC use for repair tools. That's great. Repair speeds were far too low in my opinion. They've deactivated degradation from fuses and ship weapons. I think a lot of people were talking about wear and tear on fuses being a bit unfair, and that sort of surely fuses should really only blow if they get hit. Let's worry about components rather than fuses as components as well and have them something you need to replace during combat, which is where I kind of sit on that as well at the moment, but we'll see what happens and how it all shakes out. There's been a slight decrease in the 890 Jump's shield health. There's been a slight increase in the Polaris's shield health. They've fixed incorrectly high regen rates for capital ship shields. They've made further polish with the engineering terminals and screens and fire visuals. They've added temperature to MFD tooltips. They've removed the ability to damage components with melee attacks. That is a good thing because they were silly when people were just punching them. There's been further ballistic armor and energy weapon damage reduction polish. They've updated the Urza with armor inclusions. They've updated and adjusted life support systems. They should work with temperature a little bit better. So yeah, some really good improvements to engineering there. There's still a load of balance that CIG need to do. It's going to be a bit push and pull and iterative. I'm hoping this goes live in a really good state by the end of next week, personally. Oh, they fixed a load of bugs here as well. Some client crashes, missions going missing from the contract manager, a cooling system problems with the Perseus airlock, Drake Cutlass. All of them had sort of like no breathable atmosphere in the cargo bay at one point. Fixed issues with engineering screens being misaligned, the Horizon landing zone teasing, the Javelin tour, even though the Javelin wasn't there. They seem to have fixed the problem with ASOP terminals loading until they timed out. There's the Origin 400i. It appears you can breathe in there again now. So yeah, super excited for Alpha 4.5. Tell me of your experiences of that latest patch in the comments down below. Are you having a great time? Are you having a terrible time? Have you been using the latest AMD drivers now and it's all working great? Or is it all broken and terrible? You still aren't able to load into the game because of errors? Yeah, I'm super interested to know people's experiences there and the way they feel the direction of engineering and balance is going. And is there excitement and hype for VR? Also, the Bar Citizen World Tour 2026, CIG have basically confirmed that they're going to be attending loads of Bar Citizens all over the world in 2026 again, and if you've got some that you want them to attend, then tell them. I heartily recommend going to one of the CIG attended Bar Citizens because they often have little free gifts and like little flair items that are exclusive to those events for in-game and stuff like that. So not always, but often. Thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate it. And something else I appreciate is you clicking the links down below, not just the join button, but the nordvpn.com/BoredGamer link. You can get NordVPN at a huge discount and it's gonna give you better accessibility, security, and privacy on the interwebs. Well, that sounds like the best Christmas deal I ever did hear of. Click the links below. NordVPN, woo! Every month we have a ship giveaway. For December, we are giving away a Kruger Intergalactic L22 Alpha Wolf. Just comment on any video made during December 2025 to be in for a chance of winning that. It does also come with lifetime insurance and a game package. All you need to play Star Citizen and start your journey with a powerful light fighter or add it to your fleet of ships. I don't know who's going to win. It's kind of random. Something that's not random is your support of this channel. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. And if you would like to like, share, subscribe, that really helps. Commenting helps as well. Also, you might consider clicking the join button under my videos or becoming a Patreon. There's some exclusive videos there. There's some emotes. It helps out the channel more. We are going to be playing a load more Star Citizen. Thank you very much for watching. You have a great December. Tell me all the things in the comments below.